Welcome to our channel, where we explore the legends and untold stories of Japan's mysterious yokai, the supernatural beings, woven into the heart of Japanese folklore. Yokai are far more than creatures of fear. They were born from our ancestors' awe of nature, and from the subtle stirrings of the human heart, the crystallization of an ancient imagination, and a reflection of the Japanese soul itself. Within these stories lie the quiet thoughts and feelings of the people who shaped Japan's culture and traditions. By coming to know them, you too will come to know Japan more deeply than ever before. Now, let us begin today's journey into the world of yokai.
Tofu-Kozo, the little yokai who appears on rainy nights carrying a single block of tofu. This strange spirit became popular during the Edo period between 1603 and 1868. He does not attack people, he does not curse them. He simply stands in the rain, wearing a large straw hat, holding out a tray. On that tray is tofu. White, soft, ordinary tofu. But when it is carried by a silent child like yokai in the darkness of night, even something ordinary begins to feel mysterious. This is the story of Tofu-Kozo, one of Japan's strangest and most charming yokai. In the late Edo period, sometime around the 18th to 19th century, strange stories began to spread through the streets of Japan. On rainy nights when the lanterns glowed softly and the roads shone with water, people sometimes saw a small figure standing alone. He looked like a child. He wore an old kimono and a wide straw hat. Rain dripped from the edge of the hat, hiding most of his face in his hands. He carried a round tray, and on the tray sat a single block of tofu. At first, a passerby might think he was just a lost child. But then they would notice something strange. He did not speak. He did not blink. He only stared quietly from the rain. That was Tofu-Kozo. Tofu-Kozo was not known as a violent yokai. He did not leap from the shadows. He did not chase people through the streets. Instead, he appeared silently in front of travelers, townspeople, or lonely passers-by. Then, without a word, he offered the tofu. No one really knew what would happen if they accepted it. Was it cursed? Was it safe to eat? Was it even real tofu? The mystery was the point. Tofu-Kozo was frightening because he made no sense. A child in the rain, a silent offering, a block of tofu in the middle of the night. He was not terrifying like a monster. He was unsettling because he turned something familiar into something strange. Why tofu? That is what makes this yokai so unforgettable. He does not carry a sword. He does not carry a skull. He does not carry fire, poison, or bones. He carries tofu. During the Edo period, tofu was an everyday food. It was cheap, common, and familiar to ordinary people. Tofu sellers walked through the town. Families ate it at home. It belonged to daily life. But when a pale, silent child carries tofu through a rainy night, that ordinary food becomes something from another world. That is the power of Tofu-Kozo. He takes the normal world and bends it slightly. Not enough to become pure horror, just enough to make people stop and wonder. Tofu-Kozo became especially interesting because he was not only a ghostly rumor. He became a character. During the Edo period, printed books and illustrated stories became popular among townspeople. Yokai were not always shown only as terrifying beings. Sometimes they were funny, sometimes they were strange, sometimes they were almost cute. Tofu-Kozo fit perfectly into that world. His design was simple and easy to recognize: a small child, a large straw hat, a tray, and one block of tofu. People could understand him at a glance. He was mysterious but also charming. In a way, Tofu-Kozo was one of the early examples of a yokai that people enjoyed looking at, not just fearing. Today, many people think of yokai as monsters or ghosts. But Japanese yokai culture is much wider than simple fear. Some yokai are dangerous. Some are tragic. Some are sacred, and some are just strange. Tofu-Kozo belongs to that last group. He reminds us that the supernatural does not always have to be violent. Sometimes it is quiet, sometimes it is humorous, sometimes it appears as a small child in the rain, offering tofu for reasons no one can explain. That is why Tofu-Kozo is still memorable. He shows the playful side of Japanese folklore, a world where even an ordinary block of tofu can become mysterious. So if you ever walk alone on a rainy night in Japan and you see a small child standing silently with a tray, look carefully, because the tofu may not be for sale.
How did you find today's story? On this channel, we explore the legends and untold stories of Japan's ancient yokai. One by one, just as we did today, we hope you were able to feel the thoughts of those who came before us, hidden within these tales, and the subtle workings of the heart that lie behind Japan's culture and traditions. If you enjoyed today's story, please support us by subscribing, giving this video a like, and using the hype feature. It truly means a lot to us. Until next time, see you on our next journey.